everyone, Liz here. If you're one of my followers, thank you for your support and welcome back. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. So can we talk about something that really bothers me? I was just watching Daz Watches, and it was a video on these two women, I think they're sisters by the looks of it, who are apparently very religious and very into God, and that's fine. But you know what bothers me is when people make religion complicated, confusing. Those are the two main ones, complicated and confusing. Or just like put emphasis on the fact that everybody else should do it. Or, mainly my point in this video is going to be that God is all that can make you whole. Nothing else. You need to get right with God, or else you're never going to have a fulfilling life. In my point of view, true and false. I was never religious growing up. My parents, I would say non-practicing Mormon. We always had like missionaries coming over, and I went to church with them a couple times. They went to church a lot more before I was born. But I personally was always questioning this God concept anyway. Not the point of my video, but just, I definitely believe that God for me is a personification of just like the universe. It's where we all have our own understanding of that. But my issue, I'll link the video down below. I don't know YouTube etiquette or anything like that. If you want to go watch his, I like his channel in general, so shout out to him. But yeah, so he was watching this video on these two women. They appear to be sisters, and I forgot my makeup brushes. I can't multitask in real life and talk, so let's see if I can do it while making a YouTube video. So these two women were talking about the fact that God is the only person in your life that can make you feel whole. Now I get what they're saying when Christians say this. I understand, but for some people, and for me for a while, I didn't understand it. I was thinking, what the hell do you know? So here's my understanding of this and what I really think people should understand. Because I've seen a lot lately of this. I've seen the only way that you can feel whole in your life is by getting with God, with this twin flame thing. I've been seeing the only way that you can reunite and be with your twin flame is to be with God. And I see people getting defensive about this because they view religion and the way people put off Christianity as being very pushy and very isolating. They're not isolating, just being very pushy, and it being like its own one and right thing. Per usual. Like I said, it's people that make this complicated, I really believe. So, when people talk about this, what do they mean? Let's see how I can put it. Like these women were talking about women in Christianity and men, saying that you can't find a man that's gonna fix everything for you. They're not gonna meet all of your needs. And if God wanted you to have a man in your life, he would easily put one in your path. Yes and no. It's kind of a loaded topic, I think, once you get out of religion and hard, fast rules on it. But basically, what I really, truly believe is that it doesn't matter what you believe spiritually, or if you're all science. Psychology tells us, which is science, that when we aren't feeling whole and accepting and loving of ourselves, we look outwards for things to do that for us. And psychology to me is just spirituality put in science form. So if we're continually looking outside of ourselves to fix some things inside of ourselves, that's codependency. I just seen some women get so confused. I just don't even know how to verbalize it sometimes. Just see them get so confused because they're trying so hard to get right with God. And they're doing all this searching, but they're forgetting about having balance in their lives. They're thinking that they still need to go find God, and they're still looking for something externally within themselves because they feel so lost they don't know what to do with it. It's just what I believe. My experience is not one of being religious. My experience so far with my change has been to get right with whatever makes me feel that light feeling. Practice the things that you believe in to get closer to your spirituality, but to get closer to spirituality is to get closer to yourself. Because getting closer to your spirituality is, what are your morals? What are your values? What are your boundaries? And where do you lean on for support? If you're running to a bottle, a needle, a joint, exercise, if you find that after a thought, an action, a situation, if you find that that makes you feel a certain type of way and you find yourself going to something instead of sitting on that for a little bit and processing it, or whether that's meditating or praying or sitting with your feelings, that's why they say that, like in the program, I just feel like I'm preaching the program when I talk about my AA and NA experiences in relation to things now, so I just got to get past that. I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers that has the need to make disclaimers every video because people want to not understand that this is my understanding of things and it doesn't necessarily apply to you. So yes, whether it's an action or a substance or a thing or a person, then there's things inside of you that you need to work some shit out, man. Like, sucks. But just don't think so much about, like, there being hard, fast rules about this stuff. And it's not gonna happen overnight. Like, my third eye, I guess, opened up, like, more rapidly than some people's do. And I didn't know that, like, wasn't, like, a typical thing. So this past 3 months has been crazy, and I've been wanting to, like, because I have found out that I have the capability to do so much in such a short period of time. I want to get to the other side of that so fast. But if it wasn't for that, I'd be opening up a little slower, and I would have to be patient way more than I have to be right now, and I would have to work at it harder or not work at it harder. That's the thing too, is when you're trying, it doesn't come to you as much. And you know what? I really think that we get that self-love and that learning and that growth when we connect, because we're clearing our heads. We're clearing our heads of thoughts and energies, and just fears, which is obviously a negative energy. So I think that when, like, we pray and meditate, that's why we say prayer and meditation, it doesn't have to be a religious thing. A prayer is, like, if you look at witchcraft or Wiccan pagan stuff, or what else has prayer that I have knowledge about? You know, I'm not sure. But I just know that meditation's meditation, whether you're sitting quietly or it's just focusing on nothingness. I don't know, it's just getting our own thoughts out of the way. I think that's like a great topic for another video. In Wiccan culture, pagan culture, witchcraft, spells, that's like a prayer. I mean, you can pray, and you think and you communicate with God or Jesus, and you put those thoughts out there into the universe, right? Some people, even being religious and just believing in God and prayer, also believe that you can, they'll say like, no, don't put those words out there. Like there's a reason there's unspeakable names, and why in general we like to think positive, right? We're taught that if you think positive, good things will come. It's like the same kind of thing. That's manifesting. That's like a whole bunch of different things. So it's really just your actions. Like it's what you do and how you think and how you treat yourself. That's what it is. Then that will get you all kinds of places. That'll get you connected to God, to the universe, to Buddha, to, I don't know. I don't separate spirituality. I believe in a bunch of different things. I believe that everything's the same. But that's what's going to do that for you. Looking inside yourself, you know? Well, I thought I could do makeup and do this at the same time like some people do, but either I need more practice or it's just not my thing. So I hope that you enjoyed this video a little bit. I hope it was just thought-provoking. I hope it helped some people understand a little bit. So I love you all. Thank you again for your support. Like and comment any thoughts that may come to mind. I love a little interaction and sharing of thoughts. There's too much arguing in the world. So just like some thoughts, discussion, conversation is always so much better. I hope that everybody has a good holiday. And I love you all. Love and light. Bye.